Hi everyone, welcome to Total Body Workout. So I've got a bit of a selection today of weights and resistance bands. So I'm using the resistance bands. At some point I've got my normal plates, weights, dumbbells, and then I've got the heavier ones for some exercises if I feel I need to go a little heavier. So just make sure you've got a good selection. There's so much out there now. If you're staying with the online workouts, then do try and get yourself some resistance equipment. It's all available now and it's all being delivered without too much hassle. So let's get going. Make sure you have space all around you. Make sure you've got some water. I'll give you some choices on options. However, you know, listen to your body. If anything hurts, stop. You can always drop me a note if you need some support with any of the exercises. And let me know how you get on. So let's get started. I'm going to stand up to begin with. I'm using a mat as well, so I'm going to walk along the floor. And put your tunes on if you want to this. I'm not using any music, but you can. I'm going to start with some inchworms because these are always great for that hip mobility, just releasing through and then back up to the top. I'm going to do about 8 of those. So come down again, walk it through, hold it and then just drop through into the hip and then walk back up to the top. I'm trying to keep the legs nice and straight at the back. You notice I do a lot of these in my workouts. I add them in and I think it's so important. You can always drop to your knees at that point and release through the hip. If you've got too much hyperextension through the back, so if that's too much for you, then just don't do as much. Come back to what feels comfortable for you. But main thing is we're getting mobile, we're moving. Now keep going again. And you can always stay into that plank position rather than dipping into the hips too much. Alright, let's do 3 more of those. And then we're going to add in the feet. We want to really be able to open up the hips. We're using upper and lower body when we're doing this. It's a bit of a mix of a stretch and a strength move. Alright, come back up, keeping my legs as straight as possible, and then do that again. Now this time, as I go down, I'm going to hold it, right foot steps. Now always keep the head up when you do these inchworms steps. When you do them, keep the head up, so we don't want to be dropping down, so we change the whole body shape. So come back in, step, and then go back again. So repeat it again. And if it's just too much for you on the feet, the toes, then hold it on the knees and perhaps even go halfway. So not everybody can get right to the side of the hand, which is absolutely fine. You go to where is comfortable for you. And again, good. And hold it and stop. Now let's bring it back. Let's take the knees slightly wide and then let's push into that hip flexion and extension. So we're flexing and we're extending through that hip. We're breathing in and then breathing out to go forward. So just remember to really focus on your breath. Don't hold your breath, always make sure you have that oxygen coming in and out in the right way. Now let's challenge this. I'm going to go up onto the toes. And again, you can stay on the knees and we're just going to add a little bit of a rotation. So what I'm trying to do is just get the body nice and warm. Lots of different movement patterns. So you have all of the work that's rotational, not just all one-dimensional. Turning. If you notice I've dropped to my knees on that one, and turn again. Drop to the knees so that I just assist my lower back a little bit. So if I was having back problems, that's where I definitely drop to. Now come again, breathe out. That's my right side and then the left side. Hold it and come back down. So we're going to come back up onto the feet. I'm going to go wide now because I want to take the feet wide. I'm going to walk the hands in and cross to that left foot with my right hand and then with my left hand to the right foot. Step out. And you notice I'm going to walk back into this. Walk back and cross. And if that's just too much for you to do, and just think about working into an easier movement, or even drop on one knee and then you can lift the other, and just really lower the load so your load's not too much. Sometimes people suffer with wrists, so a little bit of pressure through the wrist is good. Too much, you just got to pull back a little bit and adjust your movement. So just remember to take your workout to the level that suits you. Breathe out. As you go back, breathe in to come back and hold. Let's do that again. Go again. And really get high through the hips on this. Feel the back of the legs. Okay, 2 more. Alright, 1 more time. And then step out, drop the knees, bring the feet in flatter. Let's take the hands out wide as we sit back. So when I sit back into this one, I want to just open up but lift the bum high. So I'm not sitting down onto my heels, I'm keeping the bum in the air and I'm dropping almost forward into that feeling of underneath the arms for that stretch. It really takes all of the arm and into the chest into a lengthened movement, and it just gives you a little stretch through those arms. It's a hard to reach part, but a good move this one. And then come back and let's focus on the hands being wide for a push up. So you've noticed what I'm doing to my feet. My toes are down flat. I'm sitting back and I'm leaning over the middle of the arms with the chest, and I'm going to drop down and back up. So drop down and back up. Again, if you want to be on your toes, you take it up to your toes and you work from that position. Option, I'm going to bring my knees in and I'm going to try and work closer just to give myself that option to take it down a notch. So there's plenty for you to do. Now take a little rest. Let's sit back and let's open up the chest. So just feel the chest opening up, stretch it down and back, and then just breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then come back. So remember, if you have drinks, take regular drink breaks when you have those stop times, and you can just grab yourself and rehydrate, grab yourself a drink and rehydrate. All right, let's take it down again. So let's do 20, 1, and again, 2. Now push from the heel of the hand, 3, good, 4, 5, and again, 6, nice work, 7, so remember, choose the level for you, 8, 9, now we've got 10 more, but you could stop, you could stretch, you could stay with me, and you could join in when you're ready, and again, 3, and again, good, 4, 5, open up, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then push back, walk back, and just roll through those shoulders. So I want to retract. So I want to drop down and back through the shoulders, and then just open up and feel that stretch right across the chest. All right, let's switch this move a little bit. So what I'd like to do is to incorporate a little bit the height into the next movement. We're going to think about the glutes, and I'm going to use a band. So I'm going to take my step, but however, if you haven't got a step, you can do this on the floor, or if you have got a stool or a small platform, then you can use that. I'm going to take my step. I'm going to keep the height fairly raised on that 3 riser height, because I want to get some real depth as I drop down. So I'm going to take my feet up onto the box. As I say, you can do this with or without the bar. You can do it without the step, you can do it with or without the band. So what the band's going to do is I'm going to place the band right around my foot, yeah, and then I'm going to pull down into the floor with my elbows. So if you look, my arms are not up here, I pulled right down, and then if I need more resistance resistance, I'm going to pull back into the floor by holding more of the band. I'm still going to hit the floor. So, toe can be on, foot flat, and we're going to push up and down. So push up against that band, 2, and again, nice and straight on that leg, 3, good. Now I need to pull a little further down, 4, 5, good, 6, 7, 8, go again, 9, 10, all right, 10 more, feel it on that right leg, 10, and again, 9, keep going, 8, 7, 6, now I'm pushing, yeah, 5, 4 more, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, push up, and release, so, leg that was on the box, leg that was on the floor, leg that was on the chair, whatever it was on, that was the one you were feeling it in. Let's change over. So I'm going to repeat this. You'll be able to see this a little better on this side. Okay, I'm going to cross over again. So here, pulling down, I'm going to feel that resistance coming in, switching on, driving down, and I'm going to try and keep the leg straight. You can have a bend in the leg because you're still pushing up, it's fine, it's whatever suits you. And hold it, back into the floor, push up 1, and again, 2, good, 3, 4, 5, and again, 6, 7, 8, let's go again, 9, 10, right, hit 10 more, let's do it, 10, let's go, 9, 8, 7, 6, and again 5 more, 5, 4 more, 4, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more time, push up, drive, release, so you should have felt that. Okay, let's place the legs together. Now for this one, you can put a plate across just over in between the hips, and then as you push up and back down, you squeeze the glutes, yeah? Push up and back down. Now keep driving up, keep lifting and breathing out, and breathing in. Feel the inside thigh, feel the glutes. This can be done on the floor. I've got my height, your bench might be just too high for this particular move, so down on the floor and just work with or without the resistance, and you'll still feel this because you're still having to get some height, go up and down. What helps on the bench is that I've got that, just that little bit more depth, so don't worry if you're not able to do that, you're not missing, you'll still get it. I'm just getting that little extra depth, and I'm going to push up a little higher. All right, let's do it again for 10, and again, 9, 8, 7, and again, 6, now really draw the belly in, 5, 4 more times, all right, 3 more, twice more, push up, once more, drive it, and release. I'm going to just place the feet in and just stretch it out there. So just do a full body stretch, release it back, just wiggle the feet around. All right, let's move back into a push-up. So do that safely. Come into a position where it's comfortable for you to lift. And then we can do this on a bench or back onto the floor again, which is where we were before. And then out wide, and we drop again. 21, and again, 2, good. 3, 4, 5. So the options here, 6, and again, 7, nice and smooth. 8. Now keep going, keep counting. Make sure you're screwing the heel of the hand in. Just have a look at that. It goes 1 and 2, and that's because you get retraction, so the shoulders are not pushing forward. Screw the heel of the hand into the floor and have that retraction. So you should be able to about 5 more left. Let's go. Let's really finish this. And again, push up, dry. Nice. All right, just open up and just feel that stretch, feel that stretch, feel that stretch. Now roll the shoulders back and down. So I wanted to keep with the theme of contralateral training, so moving across the body. So let's go into some curtsy lunges. So I'm going to just shift my equipment out of the way. You need to do the same, so make sure you have got yourself some space. Now for this one, you could potentially use a plate in each hand, but how I'm going to do this one is work with one dumbbell at my collarbone height. So just putting the hands underneath my dumbbell, hold it, and then all I'm going to do is step it all the way back into that curtsy lunge. So right leg down, left leg's here, and I'm going to come across and curtsy. And again, 2, good. 3. So the foot's turned slightly out. 4, nice work. 5, and keep moving on this. 6, 7, good job. 8, 9, 10. Now let's do 10 more. Let's go for 10, and again, 9, 8, 7, let's go again, 6, nice work, 5, 4, cross it right over, 3, 2, nice and smooth, 1, now come back, middle, and drop down and back up. Now I can add that push over the head. And go again, I'm going to move back, you can see. Let's drop down and push back up. Drop down and push back up. So you're using that shoulder press, overhead press, to get that workout through the arms, shoulders, legs as well. Go again, 10 more. 10. And again, 9. Let's push it through. 8, 7, 6, let's go, 5, 4 more, okay, 3 more, 3, 2 more, boom, last one, push it down, drive it up, set it, let's step back, 1, 2, now how it's heavy enough, 3, you should feel that, 4, and again, 5, 6, nice, 7, good, 8, feel that glute on that left, 9, 10, all right, 10 more, 10, good, 9, 8, let's do it, 7, let's go, 6, 5 more, all right, 4 more, 4, 3 more, 3, 2 more, boom, last one, let's go, push down, lift it up and release. So, decent weight for me on that one. My heart rate went up, so make sure you do the same. Make sure you have that resistance on. Okay, let's do some deadlifts. So, deadlifts, really good move for the back of the legs. And again, I'm going to go decent with these. So 2 plates in the hand, shoulders back, and I'm going to get you to tip. Keep the back straight, and then back up to the top. So breathe out to go down. Breathe in to come back up. So what's the option here? Well, you could take one out and just use that single Alright, comes down. But main thing on this is to get the back nice and straight. So if you notice when I do this, I have a slight bend in the back of the legs, because where I'm feeling this is here, but I've got to keep pulling up through the glutes. What I don't want to do is sink into this dome with the back and really start to compromise that back position. I want to keep the back nice and straight, because I want to feel the strength happening here. I want to feel it on the back of the legs. Again, if you've got your bands on this one, it can be done. So you stand on, using the bands, you just hold less of the band and tip and stand back up. So if I've got more of the band in my hand, then I'm not going to get any resistance with that. I want to hold it fairly low down, and then I'm able to feel, especially here, that tension, and then pull up off that tension. So it's exactly the same as you would do with your dumbbell, but you're just using that band to get you that resistance. So let's go again. Let's do a few more. If you've done quite a few, have a rest now. Let's try it for about 10 more. Let's go. Let's tip it down. That's 1. And again. 2, good. 3, nice work. Do it again. 4, pull it up. 5, now I'm using fairly heavy weights, so I'm really feeling this. 6, nice. 7, 8, good. 9, oh, one more time, feel it. Lean, and then back up to the top. So let's place those out of the way. Let's go back down to the mat. So we're going to do a couple of moves on the mat. We're going to incorporate the shoulder. And we're going to just release the back first. So we just worked on that back. We just hit the deadlifts with felt lows. So sit back a little bit and then come up onto all fours. Let's pull up through the stomach. So I'm going to lift as 1. So my knees are going to come up off the floor. And I want to think, when I do this move, it's going to work the stomach. I want to just pull up from my stomach to hold and hover about 1 inch off the floor. So tip my toes under, and I'm literally going to just lift up and hold. And draw the belly in nice and tight. Now again, there's a bit of pressure through the wrist here, so you have to be careful. Some people do go onto the knuckles, which, okay, fine, just watch for that. Yeah, you've got to keep nice and strong. So down, and if it does hurt, what I would suggest is trying to, becomes uncomfortable, try to go to your point of struggle and then release back out, and keep just repeating it and try and go a couple of seconds more each time. But if you pick up from the stomach, really hold the back nice and flat. Hold it nice and flat. Good. Hold it nice and flat. And just feel as you've got to pull in through the midsection, you've got to hold the breath. So we've got to watch this head as well. We're going to come up, drop the shoulders down the back, and feel really strong. Legs are probably kicking in now. So pull in through the stomach, and then release it back. Well done, nice job. And then take it in, back and down. So just feel that release through the back. I'm going to get you to take your feet out wide, 1 and 2. Hands to the floor, and we're going to do a push-up. So we can drop through the head, push up to the top. We can come closer. So the higher up I get, the harder this is going to be. Because more of my body weight, as I'm lifting the glutes, lifting the legs, more of the body weight's going down over the top of the shoulder into the arms. And that's what you're working into your shoulder. So just remember with that one, as you drop, you want to be able to push really strongly out of the floor. And if it's really bothering you, that one, and it's just not comfortable, you can always come up with the legs bent and just try and go into a half, more in towards kind of the forehead going towards the floor rather than the crown of the head going down, making it a little bit more challenging. So come up, drop down, and again, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more time, we're going to hit it down. Slow. Push up. Felt that one. Alright, good job. Cross over into a little stretch. Feel the shoulder stretch in there. Feel that shoulder. Good job. Alright, whilst we're down here, let's go into the triceps. So I'm going to lay onto the right side of my body. And for this one, I've got a couple of options. I can just take this hand flat out on the floor, or I can make it harder by just holding it around the head. That makes it more challenging because I just don't have that support of that lever. You can bend the legs, stack the hips, and then we're going to do a tricep lift. So the heel of the hand into the floor, hand out here if you want it, and you're just going to push up and back down. Push up and back down. So again, option, you can use that hand here to help. Now I've got a little shoulder niggle, so sorry, a little bicep niggle, so and it coming from my shoulder. So for me, on this move, I need to just adjust it. When you'll see on the other side, I'll do it a lot slicker because on this side, it's just bothering that bicep a little bit. So coming up into the back of the arm, I want you to perform 20 of those. When you've done 20, you can switch up. Now I'm going to go on to this side just because of that injury that I have. I'll make it a lot easier for you to see me do it on this side. So hold it there and then push up. 1. And again. 2. Good. Now go again. 3. 4. So I'm using that strength here at the back of the arm. Yeah. 5. And again. Good. 6. 7. 8. Now I can hold it there if you want it. 9. 10. Alright, we're going to go for 10 more. 10. And again. 9. Push up. 8. 7. Nice. Now go for 6. 6. Right, 5 more. It's tough, this one. 5. Alright, 4 more. 4. 3 more. 3. 2 more. Alright, one more time. Push up, push up. Well done. Back of the arm. So catch up. Let's stretch it out. So if you're still finishing that side, because I didn't quite complete that 20 on that side, let's just hold it there. So come up, just stretch it through. Go ahead and shake out and do the other side. Good, hold it there. And then bring it back in. So shake out the arms. Let's take 2 weights. I'm going to move this now. I'm going to move back onto the legs. So one of my favourite ones is the side lunge with the 2 plates. And because we're only doing a 30-minute workout, I'm going to stay with one side, and that's going to be the right side. So have a look. Shoulders back. You can use 1 plate if you've not got 2. And you're going to step, and again, 2. Good. 3. And again, 4. Push it out. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Alright, let's change the side now. If you wanted to do, you could just do extra on this side. So these workouts are not designed for just one time. You go back and you do them again because you've got to get smart with your training. So you've got to work and improve on what you have done. There's no harm doing them again. 2 and again. And when you do them again, you can press pause and you could do 20 on the leg. 3 and again. Good. 4. Now keep that moving. 5 and again. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, and release it down and relax it out. And let's do a set for the shoulders. 1, and again 2, good, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Roll the shoulders back, take the arms out and pull up. 1, and again 2, good, 3, keep the elbows away from the waist. 4, good, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now roll the shoulders back, really big circle, and pulse right at the end. So give me a little pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done. Nice job, everyone. So that was a total body workout. You have worked everything bar kind of in isolation. The abdominals, they've worked together with other moves that we were doing. However, there is an ab blast straight after this one. So make sure that you use that ab blast if you're going to do that next, and work out the abs in that set. If this is on playback, there may not be an ab blast next, so you can always go back and look at one that was previously done. There's so many. I would go right back into May to look at some of the core work that we did. Now just stretch out and release. There's so many videos on there that you can use. Let's change legs and just rotate through. So you should have felt that one, guys. Well done, super duper. Give yourself a little stretch on the legs, give the hip flexors a stretch, bit of rotational work to finish, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. If you've any questions or comments, drop them in the feed. Bye.